Oh, thank you so much for being here. So today we'll get all the usual suspects. We'll do head to toe. We'll just see if we can clear away any of the from days past or this morning, and just see if we can get ourselves in a little better space, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So a seated position that feels good, and just give those shoulders a good roll up and back. We hold so much tension in our neck and shoulders. This is a great way to let it go. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Make it as big as you can. And then let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach it high. And as you exhale, give those arms a big shake. Make it as intense, as many as feels good to you as you like, till the arms come right down by your sides, and just let them be heavy. Sit up tall, press your palms towards the ground, a little tuck of your chin down towards your chest. And just letting go of tension, base of the head. Checking in with the breath. Roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. And press your left palm down towards the ground. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Chin comes back down towards your chest. And then we roll it to the left ear over the left shoulder. Face is turned towards front. Right palm presses down towards the ground. And gently release your chin back down towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Shift your hands to the front of the shins, just below your knees. Take a big breath in and press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Inhaling it up nice and tall, reach it high. And exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. Staying up on that right palm. Give a little push with that right palm. Lift the left side of the rib cage just a little bit more. And turn your gaze up along the inside of that left arm. Core strong, a little push with that right hand. We lift, both arms come up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Glue that right sit bone to the ground. Stay up on that left palm, reaching over. A little roll of that right shoulder back, and a little push with that left hand. Lift the right side of the rib cage just a little bit more. A little push off with that left hand, reach it high. Bend your elbows down to about shoulder height, bringing the arms out in front of us. Palms are facing you, elbows are about shoulder height, and we're going to give those elbows a good little squeeze. And then we're going to open up those arms and squeeze through the shoulder blades. And again, bring those arms forward, forearms touch, little squeeze through the chest, and then gently open, little squeeze through the shoulder blades. And again, close. Squeeze through those elbows, and then open, squeeze through those shoulder blades. Reach it high, and again, give those arms a little shake. All the way down, getting rid of tension and tightness. And relax. Rock it back, switch, other leg is in front. Palms pressing down towards the ground, chin comes down towards your chest. Let your head be heavy. If ever you feel like you need to get rid of the wiggles, go ahead, get rid of them. Roll the head to the left ear over the left shoulder. Right palm presses down towards the ground. And then a gentle turn of your chin down towards that left collarbone. Stop at any point along the way, just turn it as far down towards your collarbone as feels good. Keep pressing that right palm towards the ground. We turn the face back towards front and gently release your chin down towards your chest. And we roll it to the right ear over the right shoulder. Face is turned towards front, that left shoulder, left palm presses down. Keep that left palm pressing down towards the ground as you slowly turn your chin down towards your right collarbone. This can be fairly intense, so just be nice. Stop whenever you need to. And once again, turn your face back towards front. Chin comes down towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Shift those hands to the front of the shins, just below the knees. And let's just make a big circle with the torso. Doesn't matter which direction you go. You can have your eyes closed or open. Just making that big circle. Checking in with what's going on with the knees, the hips, the ankles, the lower back. As you come towards the front, pause for just a second and then switch directions. Keeping the core strong, using those hands for support, and just make those rotations. Does it feel any different on this side? Probably so. One more rotation. As you come towards front, pause and sit up nice and tall. Hollow your tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow, seated cat and cow. One more time, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And come back to a neutral spine. Release your hands down by your side, reach it up. As you exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. If it feels good to you this time, come down onto your forearm. Press that left sit bone towards the ground and give a little roll of that left shoulder back and look up. If looking up doesn't feel great on your neck, look straight ahead or even down towards the mat. And we rise, lifting that right arm high, and left hand comes down, right arm up and over. And again, if it feels okay to you, go ahead, sink down onto your forearm, press that right sit bone towards the ground. A little roll of that right shoulder back, feeling that great stretch all the way down your side. Taking care of your neck. If looking up isn't right, straight ahead or down. And inhale, rise, reach it up. As you exhale, 3 cactus arms. Pull those elbows back and down. Lift your gaze, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach it up. And again, give those arms a little shake. Just shake it out. Let it go. Feel the tension leave the shoulders, the neck, arms come all the way down by your sides. And let's extend that left leg out. Right sole of the foot along the inner thigh. And we're just going to point and flex that left foot. Sitting up nice and tall and notice kind of what's going on through the pelvis, what's going on through the knee. If you're like, that doesn't feel very good, yeah, you can pull that foot out and away, or you can entirely extend that leg, whatever feels good. And then we're going to roll the ankle just on that left side. And then just soften your foot. Turn towards that left leg. Sit up as tall as you can. Hands are on either side. And we're going to lift through the spine and rotate through the torso. Breathe. Now slowly twist back to center. Place that left hand to the top of the right knee. Add a flex of that left foot. Right arm reaches up and over. Holding on with that left hand, reaching through those right fingertips. Again, gaze can be up along the inside of the arm, straight ahead, or you can look down towards that left knee. And inhale it back up. And let's switch sides. Right leg goes long, left foot comes in. Sit up nice and tall and just point and flex your foot. Checking in with our feet. The toes, can you feel it? I mean, like just make all through the foot, through the top of the foot, those toes. Give a little grasp with those toes as you point. Just waking up the feet, giving them some love, and then rolling the ankle. Just working that right side. And then just soften your foot, and we're going to turn. So sit tall, turn, hands on either side to support, and I want you to really feel that length in the spine. So that rotation through the torso, not to the point where you're going to feel any pain or anything. Just your rotation as far as you're able. And then gently release, cross that right hand to the outside of the left knee, flex that right foot, left arm circles up and over. And we turn our gaze, if it feels good to you, up along the inside of the arm, straight ahead, or look down towards that right knee. And inhale it back up. Release your hands, soften your foot, bring both feet in, and let's come up to all fours, to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart. We're going to inhale and lower the belly. Cow pose. Lift your gaze, lift your sit bones. And exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, lift your spine. We're going to hold our cat pose and then gently lower your bottom towards your heels, keeping that cat pose. Feeling that stretch all the way down that lower part of your back. And then slowly we rise once again, coming back to our tabletop, neutral spine. Take a big breath into cow, tummy towards the ground, lift your gaze and your sit bones to cow. And then exhale, hollow your tummy and chest to cat. And again, we're going to hold that cat position. Spine is reaching up, chin is tucked towards the chest, and then slowly, gently press through the palms of the hands. Guide your bottom towards your heels slowly. We're not coming all the way down to the heels. Keeping that cat stretch. And then slowly work your way back up to tabletop. And that neutral spine. Shift your weight to your left hand, right fingertips to the back of the head. We're going to inhale and we're going to roll it open, lifting that right elbow high. And then as you exhale, elbow taps down towards your thumb. Inhale, roll it open. And exhale, tap the thumb. Let's do that one more time. Roll it open. And tap the thumb. This time as you roll it open, go ahead and extend that right arm, reach it high. And as you exhale, pass it through. Right shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. We rotate and reach. Left arm high, making sure that we're not sinking in to that right side of the face and the shoulder, but we're actually lifting out of the shoulder, extending out through the left shoulder and up through the tips of the fingers. And then circle that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find your right thigh, hold on to it. Otherwise, just having the back of the arm against the back of the body. A variation of thread the needle. We extend that left arm high. Slowly release your hand down and press it up to tabletop. Center your weight and then shift your weight to that right hand, left fingertips to the back of the head. We inhale and roll it open, lift that left elbow high. And then as you exhale, tap the elbow to thumb. Inhale, roll it open. And exhale, tap the thumb. Inhale, roll it open. And exhale, tap the thumb. This time as you roll it open, go ahead and extend that left arm high, reach it up. And then sweep it through. Left shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. We rotate and we reach. Right arm high. Again, making sure you're not sinking in. We don't want to sink all of our body weight into that neck and the shoulder. We want to roll it open. Just creating that twist through the torso. Circling that right arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh and you'd like to hold on to it, do so. Otherwise, just tuck that arm tightly against your back. And again, extend that right arm high. Slowly release your hand down and press it back up to tabletop. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees just an inch off of the mat. Get a good little stretch for the toes and the arch of the foot. If you like a little shift of your weight forward, stretching through the forearms and the wrist, and then back to that hovering tabletop. We do that again, noticing that load through the front of the shoulders, through the core, Make sure that that's right for you. And back to that hovering tabletop. One more if it's in there. Shift it forward and back. And extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Let your head be heavy. And just embrace that good stretch on the backs of the legs. I tell you, some days it feels like I haven't been here in weeks. Feels so good. But sometimes way more challenging than I recall. Inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Let your head be heavy. And then take the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Relax the weight of your upper body. Let your arms hang. Let your head be heavy. Give it a little shake. And then just relax it. Sometimes we don't even recognize that we're holding that tension at the base of the head. If you find yourself looking down towards your toes, yeah, that's causing some tension. Just let it go. It should be looking back at your shins. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on and just gently sway side to side. Coming back to center, release your arms and slowly let's roll it up. Stacking each and every vertebra, one at a time. Helping us to stand tall and improve our posture. Big shoulder roll at the top and shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. And shoulders slide down and away. Reach it high. As you exhale, left arm comes down, right arm reaches high, look up. Find the base of that right thumb. Make sure that's okay with your neck. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, right arm goes down, left arm reaches high. Leaning in just a little bit. It's reaching as far as both directions as you can. Inhale, both arms reach high. And exhale, let those arms just gently float down by your sides. Rock back to your heels. Bring your big toes to touch. Little space between your heels. Inhale, reach it high. Shift your weight to your heels. Sit to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. Relax your shoulders. Keep that chest tall. Weights in the heels. You can come as low into this as you like. You can remain a little higher if that's better for you. So just taking in whatever your chair looks like today. Perfect. Inhale, rise. Keep those palms gently touching. And as you exhale, arch it back. Palms are still touching, little space between your fingertips. Inhale it up nice and tall. Weight in the heels. Sit it back to chair. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, arch it back. Palms stay touching. Inhale it up nice and tall. Hinge it forward. Sweep those arms back to flight. Airplane. Legs are long. Shoulders are rolled back. Palms facing the ground. Breathe. Open those arms out to a T. Slowly begin to shift your weight forward. Maybe lift your heels if you like. You can just be heavy in the balls of the feet and the toes with those heels still connected to the ground. That is perfect. Great option. Gently releasing those heels back to the mat. Center your weight. Sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Roll those shoulders back. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. As you exhale, sweep the hands down by the knees. Bend the knees. Sit to chair. Hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Reach it high. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk stiff or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. You can be on your hands, you can be on your forearms, you can be on your toes, you can be on your knees. Breathe. We shift our weight to our left hand. We roll to the left. Right arm reaches high. Feet are staggered or your knee is down. We roll it back through center, back to plank. We shift our weight to our right hand. We roll to the right and extend the left. Core strong. We're doing our best to keep those hips from dipping, rolling back to plank. And we do one more each side. Roll it open. Reach it high. Roll it back through center. And then to the other side. Left arm reaches high. We roll it back through center. Hold your plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Breathe. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes reach high. Exhale and sweep your right foot through between your hands. Back knee can come down if you like, otherwise knee stays off, and we circle those arms up and overhead to a crescent lunge. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit, and then exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, sink. Stay low. Cross that left hand to the outside of the right knee, rotate it open and extend. Right arm out to shoulder height. Spread your fingers and take your gaze towards the base of that right thumb. Breathe. It's always about listening to your body, honoring what's going on. Be kind. Inhale, circle it back to face front. Both arms up and overhead. Flow forward, both hands to the inside of your foot. Let your hips be heavy. Release that back knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. We extend that right arm out, circle it around, and again we rotate and reach. Breathe. Inhale, circle that right arm back up and over, hand on either side of your knee. Tuck your back toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg high. You are welcome to keep that right leg high or release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank, leg up or down, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. And alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes reach high. Exhale and sweep that left foot through between your hands. Back knee can come down if you like, otherwise knee is off. Arms circle up and overhead to your crescent lunge. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Cross that right hand to the outside of your left knee. We turn to the left and extend that left arm out to shoulder height. Spread your fingers wide. Open up that chest. Activate that upper back, squeezing kind of through those shoulder blades, settling and nestling those shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, circle that left arm back up and over. Right arm up and over. We flow forward, both hands to the inside of your foot. Breathe. Let's bring that back knee to the mat. Untuck those toes. Let those hips be heavy and feel that stretch on the front of that right leg. Extend left arm out. And again, we circle and we turn. Opening to the left, gazing out towards the base of that left thumb. Make sure you're not sinking into that right shoulder, but lifting out of that shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, circle that left arm back up and over, hand on either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg high. Left leg can stay high, or you're welcome to release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank, both feet down, or that left leg lifted, crocodile. Press it through up dog, release your foot. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. And sway your hips side to side. Coming back to center, shift your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhale, sweep that right foot to the outside of your right hand. Toes are slightly turned open. Hips are heavy. Now we draw that left foot in across from the right to frog. Shift those hands forward just a little bit. Nice flat back, bottoms down to about knee height or higher. So whatever feels good to you, and just sway it side to side. If it feels better to stay still, stay still. We come back to center and center that left hand out in front. Rotate and reach, right arm high. Breathe, stacking the shoulders. Stacking the arms as best you can. Release that right hand down, center it. Rotate and reach, left arm high. So should feel some activation through that upper and middle back. Great way to strengthen the posterior side of your body through the back. Releasing your hands, take a hold of the ankles and extend those legs. Use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the legs, the space between the legs. A little tuck of your chin up towards your chest. If it feels good to you, circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll those shoulders up and back if you like. Bring your palms to touch. You don't have to. In fact, if you need a strap, if having those fingers interlaced is a little too intense, go for that. We want this to feel good. Slowly bring your hands to the small of the back. Gently let your hands slide down the back of the legs. Once again, take a hold of the ankles and just draw that upper body towards the space between your legs. Releasing your hands just below your head. Shift your weight to your heels. Begin to bend your knees once again back down to frog. Pull those hands back to your mat. Step your left foot back. And then your right to down dog. Holding your down dog. Or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees. Crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Flipping that right foot, top of the foot to the mat and just gently press it into the mat. That right knee is bent, left leg is long. And then flip those toes under, press the toes into the mat, keep that heel lifted, and just put a little pressure against those toes, stretching the toes. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then place that right foot back to the mat, to down dog. We shift our weight to the right, bring the top of that left foot to the mat, and just gently press, like if you had shoelaces, pressing those shoelaces down towards the mat. And then flip those toes under, a little gentle pressure into those toes. Should feel good, should feel like a pretty intense stretch, but no pain. And then gently place that foot back to the mat, to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in. To forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Interlace your fingers at the top, turn your palms to the sky, and as you exhale, arch it back. Lift your gaze. Inhale it up nice and tall, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Press through that left palm, gently press your rib cage and your left hip out to the side. Inhaling it up tall, and exhale, we lean to the left, pressing through that right palm. That right hip just gently pressing to the right, and feel that great stretch all the way down that right side. Inhaling it up tall. Exhale, hinge it forward. If you need to pull those hands to heart center, please do. If you can keep those arms extended, feel free. Palms are pressing out. Tailbone pressing back. Strength of holding those arms. Strength of holding that torso at 90 degrees. Pull the hands to heart center. Feel that release through the shoulders. Feels pretty nice. If you'd like, interlace your fingers and once again, press it back out. And rise. Be mindful of that back. Take care. And as you exhale, arch it back. Inhale it up nice and tall. Swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. We have that side plank. Once again, we're going to add on. However, we shift our weight to our left hand, rotate, and reach right arm high. If you like, lift that right leg, flex your foot, tap your heel, lift that right leg, tap your heel. So it's always going to tap to the front, lift, and tap and roll. Back through plank, and we shift our weight to our right hand, rolling and extending left arm high. Just holding here, or if you like, lift that left leg. It's going to be slightly forward. Tap your heel, lift, and tap your heel. One more time, lift, and tap your heel, and roll it back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Breathe. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Sweep that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Toes are slightly turned open. Just feel that press through that right heel. Core strong, draw that right foot in across from the left to your frog. Breathe. Now we're going to move those hands slightly farther forward. Core is strong. We're going to add a little mobility through the hips. Drawing that right knee in, we're going to tap it. And then we're going to open it back up to your frog. Left knee is going to roll in and tap it. And once again, open it back up to your frog. Again, that right knee is going to tap and open back to your frog. Left knee taps, opens, back to frog. We have one more time. Right knee and open, and left knee and open, back to frog. And extend those legs. Just let your upper body hang. Bring the hands to the elbows and just gently sway side to side. Coming back to center, relax your arms, shift your weight to your heels and begin to bend your knees back to frog. Pull those hands back onto the mat. We step that right foot back and then the left to down dog. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Now you can hold your high plank, toes or knees, hands or forearms, or join me if you like. We take it halfway down and hold. Just that isometric hold, breathing, shaking, and rise back to plank. You can hold your plank or we take it low and hold. Shoulders no lower than your elbows. Breathe. And rise. And lift your hips to down dog. Those are hard. Find your breath. We're going to stay in our down dog, and we're just going to alternate tapping a foot. So right hand's going to reach back, tapping that left leg or foot. Place your right hand back to down dog, left hand reaches back, tapping that right foot or right leg. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches across. Right hand comes back, left hand reaches across. Let's do 2 more each side, just your pace. Feeling that weight shift. Controlling it. Last one each. Back to your down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. And pull those hands to heart center. Find a focal point out in front of you. Core is strong. We're going to bend both knees just slightly. We cross that left leg up and over the right and just bring your big toe to touch the floor. You can stay like that, or you can wrap that left foot around behind that right calf. Breathe. You can stay right here. Or if you like, open those arms out to a field goal. Left arm crosses underneath the right, wrapping at the crook of the elbows, bringing your palms to touch. Eagle pose. We begin to lift those fingertips towards the sky. And then gently pull those hands out and away from your face. As you open the angle of the arms, a deeper stretch in that middle back. We once again pull those hands back in towards the face, lowering those elbows back down, gently releasing the feet. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it halfway over. Nice flat back. Breathe. So with those eagle arms, the space between the shoulder blades, as we hinge halfway over, this beautiful stretch for the hamstrings and the glutes. Core strong, we load those glutes as we slowly lift all the way back up. Release the arms, big circle of those arms up and overhead. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. And we bend the knees, shifting our weight to our left foot. Right leg crosses up and over. Big toe can gently touch the mat. You can keep it like that. Or you can wrap that foot around the back of the leg. If it doesn't quite wrap, just tuck it as tightly against your shin as you can, or calf. You can stay right here. Or adding those arms if you like. Open those arms to a field goal. Right arm underneath the left. Wrap at the crook of the elbows. Bring your palms to touch. Lifting those fingertips as high as you wish. And then gently pull those hands out and away from your face. Breathe. We pull those hands back in and gently lower those elbows back down. We gently release those legs, standing tall, core strong, and begin to hinge it over, coming halfway over. Crown of the head pointing straight ahead. Legs long without locking those knees, just feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, drawing that belly button in and up, keeping that core strong to support the back. We load those glutes and those hamstrings as we rise, coming back up nice and tall. Big circle those arms up and overhead. And exhale, arch it back. Open those arms to a nice wide V. Inhaling it up tall. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. So we're going to do an 8-point pose. This is a very different sensation. We're going to inhale it to high plank. You're going to keep your toes tucked under. We're going to slowly bend the knees. We're going to slowly bend those elbows straight back, and we're going to bring our chin to the mat. And gently press it back up. Extend those legs and lift your hips to down dog. We do that again. Inhale it to high plank. Toes remain down. We bring the knees to the mat. We bend the elbows and slowly lower chest and chin to the mat. We extend those arms. We extend the legs. And we lift the hips to down dog. You can hold here. We've got one more of those. We inhale it to high plank. Gently release the knees down, toes stay tucked under. Slowly bend the elbows. Elbows go straight back. We lower the chest and the chin to the mat. We extend those arms. We extend the legs and lift your hips to down dog. Nice work. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, gently release your heels. Let's inhale it to high plank. Release those knees nice and wide. Big toes are going to be touching, and press it back to extended child's pose. So lots of room for your tummy and your chest. Knees are open out wide. And just breathe. We lift just slightly, press through the tops of the feet, and bring those knees back together. Walk your hands forward, giant step. If you step off of your mat, that's okay. Press the chest towards the mat as you lift your sit bones high. Puppy pose. Great stretch for the chest and the shoulders. Core strong, we lift, pulling those hands back underneath us. Now, if you would like to turn sideways on your mat, you absolutely can. If you need a little extra padding underneath your knees. We're going to open up those knees. Now we're going to do our very best to keep the hips and the knees right in line. There's this tendency for your hips to come forward or to press back. So we're just going to work to keep them right in line as you let those knees slide open. Coming down onto your forearms if you like. Breathe. So again, keeping that core strong so we don't have a big sway back and have our back be upset with us. Now your toes can be towards one another, or if you want a little more intensity, bring those ankles right in line with your knees, kind of the insteps of your feet along the mat or just outside the mat, depending on how wide you are. We're lifting out of those shoulders so we're not sinking in, lifting, staying strong. Working those hips. Now gently bring those big toes towards one another, press through the tops of the feet and draw those knees back together. Sit it back to child's pose. Now you might feel that really deep sensation for a minute. Give it a second. And then slowly walk your hands back up. We're going to come up to a kneeling position. We're going to cross our hands just across the chest. Core strong, glutes are engaged, and we're going to lean it back as far as feels okay to you. Again, if you need that extra padding under your knees, take a second, roll your mat back on itself, or if you have a pad, grab it, a blanket, a towel, whatever you need, and rise. Knees are just hip width apart, and we lean it back. Firing up those quads, firing up those glutes, firing up your core, and we rise. Again, one more time, lean it back. So making sure we're not arching our back, but we're just taking it back as low as we like, and then rise. Now go ahead and tuck one set of toes under and then the other, and go ahead and lean it back. Once again, a little pressure into the toes and the arches of the feet. And rise. We just have one more of those. If you're like, whoa, that's terrible for my toes, untuck the toes. Lean it back. And rise. Release your hands. Bring your hands behind you. Reach back towards your heels. Take a hold of those heels and then lift the chest and press your belly up and out. Gazing towards the sky. Camel pose. And gently releasing, coming back out of camel pose. We shift our feet to one side and take a seat. Go ahead and sweep those feet around. Slide on down towards the top of your mat. Extend those legs out nice and long. Reach it high. Flex your feet. As you exhale, cross the back of that left hand to the outside of your right foot. Rotate and reach in a diagonal line. Open up your chest. Lengthen. That feels so good. Circle that right arm up and over. Bring your palms to touch. Inhale, one hand on either side of your feet, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, back of the right hand to the outside of your left foot, rotate and reach. Left arm in a diagonal line. Open it out to the side. We circle that left arm back up and over, palms touch. Inhale, one hand on either side of your feet, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Lower those arms, soften your feet, and slowly take it back. One vertebra coming to the mat at a time. Close your eyes. Focus on coming down one vertebra at a time as best you can. Breathe. We're going to draw that right knee in, right over your pelvis. Left knee in, right over your pelvis. Small of the back presses into the mat. Fingertips pointing towards the sky. Palms are facing you, or facing one another, I should say. We're going to extend left leg out and right arm back. The left arm and the right leg are going to stay as still as possible. And then inhale it back to center. And now that left arm and the right leg are going to move, but we're not going to move the right arm or the left leg. And bring it back to center. As we alternate, this is kind of a brain game to see if you can keep the opposite sides moving and the other guy's staying still. Dead bug. Keeping the small of the back pressing into the mat. Now, if that's too much on the hip flexors of the lower back, you can always extend that leg towards the ceiling rather than out towards the side wall. We want to keep that belly button drawn in. This is a great neural pathway opener and encouraging. Little brain game, right? Where's my body? What's it doing? How do I control one thing and move the other? Good. One more. And last time, left arm, right leg. If you're like, I missed one, go ahead and finish it off. And then when you're ready, pull those knees in. Hands to the shins, pull it in. And then gently release, knees back out just above the pelvis, arms out to a T. There's a 90-degree bend in our legs, like you're sitting in a high back chair. And we take both knees to the left, as low as you can, without falling apart or lifting that right shoulder. And inhale it back to center. Knees stay right over the pelvis. Keeping that 90 degrees, we take it to the right. As low as you can, without lifting that left shoulder. And back through center. Now I want you to notice how much pressure you're putting in the hands or the arm as you come back up. So we lower. Now try not to put too much pressure in the hands to help assist you to come up. Make it all happen through those obliques. Strong through those deep core muscles. So important to activate and get strong. Let's do one more each side. If you're like, I love this, I want to do more. Yeah, go ahead, do a couple more. Last one, we take it to the right. Unless you want more, then go for it. And back up we come. Extend those legs. Flex your feet, bring your hands behind your legs, and just walk your hands up towards your feet as you pull your legs in towards your upper body. Now, at some point, your tailbone's going to lift. That's fine. You can keep your feet soft, or you can flex your feet. Upper body can stay down, or you're welcome to lift your upper body. You can just wrap those hands around the backs of the legs, or you can actually wrap the forearms around the backs of the legs. Just make sure you're breathing. Make sure it feels good. Might feel challenging. Might feel a pretty intense stretch, but just make sure it feels good. Listen to your gut. If your gut's like, hey, not good for you, back off. Releasing the intensity. Bringing those knees back towards your chest. Bend the knees, hands to shins, and just gently rock side to side. Coming back to center. Go ahead and extend that left leg out and gently relax it down. Just keep that right knee pulled in. Just feeling that nice stretch down the front of that left leg into that right glute. Now release that right hand and extend it out to a T. Left hand's going to shift to the outside of the right knee and just gently pull your leg across your body. We keep that knee fairly high up, but you can adjust lower or higher, and then turn and look and your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Breathe. Our supine spinal twist. Releasing that left hand, rolling it back to center. Extending that right leg to the sky. Little external rotation through your hip. So just turn the heel in, pinky toe out. Now pretend like somebody's got a hold of your ankle and they're putting you in a little bit of traction. Feel that little lift out of the hip joint as you slowly lower it down. Somebody's just gently pulling that leg, creating space in that hip joint as you lower it all the way down. And just take a second, notice if that right leg feels longer. And then we pull that left knee in, hands to your shin. Just keep that right leg long and just gently pull that left side in. Checking in, that left glute, your left hip, that right hip flexor, quadricep. Release that left arm, extend it out to a T, right hand to the outside of your left knee, and just gently pull it across. Do your best to keep that left shoulder from lifting. If it lifts, just gently press it back down, and then turn and look out over your left arm. That'll help bring that left shoulder blade back down. It also just really helps that full rotation, that twist, wringing out any kind of negative energy, any kind of yuck that we're holding on to. If ever you're having days where you're kind of out of sorts, emotional, angry, sad, whatever it is, anything that just makes you feel heavy, come here, spend some time here. As much as you're willing and able to give, to wring out the negativity and create space for positive energy to flow. Your legs up the wall is another wonderful option that can help that positive energy flow and clear your body of any toxins, emotionally, physically, mentally. Release that right hand, slowly roll it back to center and extend that left leg. Lengthen it, a little rotation, turning your heel in, pinky toe out. Feel like somebody's got a hold of that ankle, a little bit of traction, and slowly lower it, reaching out through those toes like you're going to try and touch the wall out in front of you and draw a straight line down it. Feel that space in the hip joint before your heel gently comes to rest. And just take a second here. Let those feet just naturally roll open. Relax to your pelvis. Let your legs be heavy. Now just gently bring your hands down by your sides. Turn your palms open towards the ceiling. Let your hands be soft, fingers be soft. Lift through the chest just a little bit to roll those shoulders underneath you. And then let yourself feel heavy against the ground. Begin at the crown of your head, softening through your scalp, through your forehead, your eyes. Now relax your jaw, let your tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. A gentle little tuck of your chin towards your chest, nothing big, just little. Just a nice little check-in. Sometimes we don't realize we're holding that tension right at the base of the head, just like when we're in our forward folds. So just relax it. Now let your shoulders be heavy. Feel the weight of the back of the hands against the mat. Aware of the rise and fall of your tummy and your chest with each of your inhales and each exhale. As you inhale, give your buttons a little squeeze. Just as much as you want to squeeze them. And then as you exhale, gently relax them. Notice if your feet gently roll open, if there was any shift in energy. Sometimes we don't realize we're holding tension in the hips. And then feel the weight of your heels against the mat. Legs are soft and heavy. On your next inhale, make fists, point your toes, squeeze your buns, clench your jaw. Everything tight. As much as you can, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And as you exhale, relax. Do that one more time. Make fists, point your toes, squeeze your buns, clench your jaw, squeeze your eyes shut. Everything that you can possibly engage it. Your core is strong, your legs are strong, your arms are strong. You feel it in your shoulders, your chest, and then as you exhale, relax. Just relax. Again, soften the eyes, relax your jaw, and just breathe. As we remain here quiet, calm, let this be your reminder that every new day has a new opportunity to change your habits. Try something new. Prioritize your health and yourself, building a life that makes you happy. Let go of what keeps you back and believe in yourself. It is never too late, and you are never too old. We begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes. We stretch our limbs. We breathe slow and deep in and out through the nose. We take a second, acknowledging, feeling grateful for this opportunity, this time on our mat, our amazing, able body and mind to be able to do some of those incredible things that we just did. To recognize when maybe we need to step back and that it's okay. Or perhaps that we have the strength to do a little bit more today. Celebrate that. Whenever you're ready, however you wish, find a safe way to come up to a seated position that feels good to you. Pull your hands to heart center and a gentle tuck of your chin towards your chest. Just a moment. Celebrating that gratitude. May you find a smile on your face. May you keep it throughout your day. And then gently lift your face. Open your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. I hope that was fantastic and got all the right things. Take care of yourself. And as always, it's an honor and a privilege. Until the next time, namaste.